How are you guys? You see what I'm doing? I fell on top of it. Very, very good place to be. Good morning, you guys. Welcome back to the vlog and another week at Renascential. We are starting with body washes. Finally. If you tuned in last week, you know that I finally got back in the studio after a good break and I made a whole lot of stuff over here and my shelves look like I actually run a business. It's really, really nice. So last week I got started with body creams and body oils. So I have tons of those ready to go. I do want to make more. I mentioned I want to start buying my ingredients in bulk and I haven't done that quite yet. Yeah, so until I get more stuff here, more jars, more ingredients, I cannot make more product. So I'm working on that. I actually am actively working on that. This is really good for my first market, which is this weekend. Today, I'm going to do body washes because they take me a good amount of time and they just have a lot of steps. It's a whole thing. So I'd like to get it out of the way as early in the week as possible. And then the last things I need to make are body scrubs. And then I just want to top off some perfume oils because I have a good amount already, but wouldn't hurt to just go ahead and make a ton of them and have them ready for like a few weeks would be awesome. I think that'll put me in a really good place going into this first market. The other thing I need to make are bath salts, which it's the same kind of deal with everything else. I need more jars of those and they've been out on back order for a while. So as soon as I can get those in, I'll make more. I'm not as concerned about those as everything else though, because they sell, but not like, I'm not selling out. So I think I'll be fine for this first week of markets, maybe even my first 2 markets, and then I can restock them after that. I don't think that's gonna be a problem. If I'm being honest, I'm a little annoyed with myself at the moment because I went through this whole thing about telling you guys how when I launched the body washes, I wish I would have done more of them and had them ready, because between those and the African nut sponges, they sold out before I could even like blink twice. It was crazy. And after all of that, I still didn't do a good enough job planning and buying bottles. I actually have a good amount of ingredients to make these now, but I only have with me today like 21 or 22 bottles. So essentially all I'm able to make today is probably going to be 4 bottles of dark pomegranate, cashmere and silk, vanilla oak, and white tea and bergamot, because those sold the quickest, even though they all sold out, you know, the same. Those sold the quickest. So I'm making 4 bottles of each of those, and then 3 bottles of black amber and lavender and pink sugar. That's not nearly enough. Like, I'm going to have to make another batch soon. Another thing though is that I want to get bigger beakers so that I can make even bigger batches of these, because it's just kind of one of those formulas where it's better to make it in bulk than to be making just 3 or 4 bottles worth. That'll just have to be what's happening this week. But long term, I'm really going to scale up how much of this particular product I make at once. Same thing with the body creams, because I figured out that I can make like a base of it and then store that and then kind of separate it out and add fragrance to it later on, which is a game changer. That is going to be huge for employee morale. How are you guys? I feel like I do a lot of talking, and I kind of wish sometimes that these were live streams so that we could actually have a conversation and go back and forth. How are you guys doing? How is your business going? I know a lot of you were launching, I know a lot of you were launching new products or new businesses at the end of last year. A lot of you were talking about starting markets this year. So how is that going? Are you guys out there? Are you doing it? If you are, how's that going? What are your plans for the year? Talk to me in the comments below. I only have enough cooktop space to heat up. I could probably squeeze 4 batches, but I might just do 3 and 3 to get all 6 of the scents done, which isn't too bad. It just makes it so I can focus on just 3 batches at a time instead of all 6. But I will go ahead and make sure I have all my beakers organized and know what I'm doing. Okay, well, that feels right. And I guess we can go ahead and get started. We actually have a good amount of things to get done today. Let me just kind of run through my agenda. So I told you guys again last week that I launched a blog on the Renascential site that I'm hoping will help to drive more sales directly on my site, just through sharing some educational content. And it's supposed to kind of, number one, feed my passion for writing, but also I wanted to serve as like an editorial destination to kind of go for more information about different self-care, mental health, body care topics. So I launched that. I have it going. I'm really proud of it so far, actually. There are 3 posts currently live, but I'm about to start drafting a new one that should be going live next month. The goal is 1 post a month. Every now and then I might squeeze in 2. From there, I've planned out all of my emails for the entire year, which feels so good to just have it planned. My type A brain loves things like that. But sometimes that's where I get stuck, is in the planning stage. So I've already had to skip 3 emails because I kind of got ahead of myself, to be honest, and I needed to slowly reintroduce myself to my email subscribers' inboxes so that they don't all mass unsubscribe because I'm blowing them up all at once. So I decided to skip 3 that are currently or were in my scheduling plan, just to make sure that I'm kind of like slowly getting back in there and getting people excited about Renascential instead of annoyed by Renascential. I have posts for this entire month planned out, and it's only March 3rd, so I still have a lot of time to draft those and get them sent out like I wanted to. Tying back to the blog, today's email that I wanted to go out first thing this morning, but I think now, because it's already this morning, I'll schedule it to go out tomorrow morning. I need to draft that email, and that email's topic will be the topic that I recently wrote about more long form on my blog. So it's great because on one hand, it is a product highlight kind of email, which is great for driving sales. And then it's also good for tying right back into the blog content. This email is all about highlighting the different fragrances that Renascential carries that are great for the spring. And then the blog goes into more details on the different scent notes you want to look for the spring and summer, how to transition your fragrance kind of gradually so that you're not just cutting cold turkey the scents that kept you cozy and warm during the winter. And then of course, I just sprinkle in Renascential's products that have certain scents that work well for the season. I'm really proud of this plan so far. I think it's working great because I don't have to think of an email topic and then a separate blog topic and then a separate Instagram post. This is just a good way that I can kind of do all of that together. And now that one idea, that one topic is like 3 or 4 different pieces of content for different platforms. That is the kind of cohesion that I need this year to be more intentional with my marketing. So all that is to say, I have a long agenda today. First off, making these products. Also, I just heard the heat go off, which means that you guys probably have been hearing how loud the heat is. And for that, I apologize. It's randomly 60 degrees and sunny and beautiful here. And then it's rainy and freezing the next day. I had to blast it in here to get it warm again because when I first got in here, it almost felt like how it did before I had the mini split set up. And that was ridiculous. So I hope that wasn't too loud for you guys, but it did just go off. I think it should be off for a bit. It feels a lot better in here now. 3 batches. Next up on the agenda will be packages. Actually, I have 2 orders that I need to get packaged up and sent out. Shout out to you guys. You just are the best. So I'm gonna get those ready to go, and then I'll drop them off once I get these off the heat. So, I can be sure the kitchen is safe. And then once I get back from that, I'm going to sit down and write this email. That is so important. I want to get that sent out first thing tomorrow. So I'll squeeze it in between making these, but the goal is by the end of today, even if it means, camera off, working on the couch, that email will be done. And then once that's done, I can come back and work on finishing up these body washes and then doing the email. That is the goal for today. I will finish the day with that email done and scheduled and ready to be sent out, because the blog post is actually already live. And that's my intention, is to have that done and out maybe a day, at least a day or two ahead of when the email goes out, just to space things out and make it easy for my brain. By the time you guys are watching this, you've missed this email. But if you want to sign up and, you know, see the content that I'm putting out this year, feel free, no pressure. It's in the description below. You guys have probably heard me say that making my body washes is a little bit tedious. Don't ever get me wrong. I love my formulas. They're so good, in my humble opinion. But I do find making the body washes to just be like a little extra, because I have to make it in like 3 separate phases to make sure all of the ingredients hydrate correctly before I combine them into one. And then the emulsion has to take place. And if you make any emulsified products, you know, that's a whole other separate thing. And then of course, adding the color, adding the fragrance, waiting for the temperature to come down to add preservative. It's just a lot of different steps. And I guess that's why I'm so obsessed with it, because like all of that science comes together to make a product that I'm thoroughly obsessed and happy with. It's definitely a lot of work in the best way. Growing up, I was someone who hated math and science, and I don't even know if it's that I hated it or that I just wasn't good in it. So naturally, that's just not where my interests fell. I was very much a reading, writing kind of girl. Still am, you know? If you told me back then that today I'd be making cosmetic formulas and be a cosmetic chemist in the making, I wouldn't believe you. That wouldn't make any logical sense to me. But here I am, and I love it. And it's so cool to see all these steps come together to create a creamy body wash, a moisturizing body cream. It's just really cool. We are now in the order fulfillment section of today's agenda. The first order is for an 8-ounce lavender body oil, and the second one is for a 8-ounce dark pomegranate cream and a 4-ounce pink sugar cream. Very good matchup. The first one will fit inside one of my small boxes, so we'll do that. And then I think the second one I'm going to have to put in a medium box. All right, I'm slightly behind the timing that I wanted to be at by this point. I wanted to have that first batch like done, already cooling down, maybe like 15-20 minutes ago, but the packages are done. Those are ready to go, and the first batch is ready. Definitely ready to come inside, blend together, and then I can start working on batch number 2. And then we still need to do the email, so it's going to be a longer day than I thought. Here is batch number 1. This is the cashmere and silk batch. I'm gonna do these one at a time. And just as I worried, this is too small for this batch. And I think the other two, I can't remember if they're bigger containers. I'm gonna go ahead and move this into one of the 3,000 beakers. I think I have one more left, and then it'll be way easier to finish blending. Cashmere and silk is good to go. If I remember correctly, the pink sugar batch that I'm making is also in one of these small beakers. These will be fine, that's perfect, but this other batch is also in a small one. So I'm going to have to find a clean container to put this in. What I think I'm going to do is put it inside of the tall pouring pitchers. It's nice and tall. It's a very big container that can definitely hold it. I've never done that before, but honestly, it's probably going to end up being the easiest one to pour into the bottles later on because I'm using that container. So part of me is like, I need to get 6 more of those just so that I have them on hand during body wash days. So same thing here. I'm going to start it in this beaker because I have to go ahead and just get the phases combined, and then I'm going to use one of those taller ones over there. And we've got the pink sugar batch ready to go. One more, we have the dark pomegranate, and then those can cool while I take a quick break. And then we're going to do these. Like I said, the timing's all messed up, but we'll get it done. This is perfect. We are finally on to batch 2. Technically batches 4, 5, 6, but you get me. I just hit my work peak for the day. It's getting late. I need to get these done. I'm lagging and I still need to work on this email, which means I'm probably going to end up doing that off camera, but I'll show you guys tomorrow for sure. That's going to be a couch task for this evening. These are cooled down. They are ready for fragrance, color, and preservative. So I'm gonna get all of them done. The other ones are on the heat. They should be ready kind of soon. I don't know anymore. I just kind of go with the flow. Yeah, temperature's definitely good enough, or low enough for me to go ahead and add these things. So let's do it. Black, amber, and lavender is done. Just needs to cool down a little bit more, and then I can start bottling these up. For this batch, good to go. Pink sugar, this very beautiful light pink. It's actually not showing up great on camera, but I'll definitely show you when it's in the bottle later. Last on the list, for now, cashmere and silk. And Cosmetic, ooh, I literally just got distracted by the smell coming out of the speaker. Cashmere Silk, ready to go. Okay, it has been a good minute and I just realized that I did a lot of recording with no mic turned on. So quick recap. We are way past the time that I thought I would be working tonight, so I'm a little frustrated, but honestly, I did get a good amount of stuff done. Like having all these body washes finally is huge, especially because I just got a DM from someone last night asking when they'll be back in stock because she wants to get 2. I feel really good knowing that tomorrow morning I can let her know that she can go ahead and do exactly that. While I've been waiting for the body wash batches to kind of cool down before I added in the fragrance, preservative, color, extracts, all the final touches, I did go ahead and sit here and draft out my entire email. I just needed to zone in, you know. I was going to film it and show you guys the whole process, but I really needed to just like get it done. Otherwise it wasn't going to get done. I fully have that drafted. All I need to do is drop in some images. So I figured right now is a good time to show you where it currently stands and then kind of just talk to you a little bit more about my email plans for the year. So when you first get onto my site, Renascential, you can then come over to my blog that I have here, which I've called Rooted. And if you want to learn more about that, I have this whole post here, Welcome to Rooted, that really goes into detail about the type of post that will be here, but also why I started the blog in the first place and why I named it Rooted. So if you're interested, I'll have that link in the description for you. Besides that, I have categorized my posts. So I have evergreen, groundwork, and second nature. Again, all of my categories are explained in that intro post. I did a lot of thinking here and you'll see that a lot of the wording and my inspiration was nature, rooted, evergreen, groundwork, second nature. You see what I'm doing? But just to kind of reel us into this week, I posted this new post most recently. So far, I only have these 3 up and my goal is to post once a month. I'm very excited about this blog. I love to write. It's something that I don't get the chance to do that often at all anymore. Not in my full-time career, and then of course not in Renascential. So it's really fun to get to do this here. Going into this post, so one thing that I mentioned when my mic wasn't working is that after posting this on Monday, my goal is to always get the post up a few days before an email that corresponds with it goes live. That way it's, you know, not double duty on me to do 2 things at once. At some point, I do want to be doing this way ahead of time, so I'm not in this position where I'm drafting an email that I want to send tomorrow morning, but such is life when, you know, you're running a business and also working full time. So grace is being given to myself here. So I got this posted on schedule actually on Sunday, but the one thing I didn't do at the time was go through and drop any images in. So there's tons of good information here, but I didn't drop any photos, which of course just helps to break up how much text you're looking at. This is a very easy read, and that's kind of what I'm going for with my blog content, is insightful, editorial. Like I want to hit all those marks, but at the same time not make it feel like you're reading a paper, a dissertation, a research, a study, anything like that. So even though it is, you know, like a average length blog post, I always want to make sure I drop in photos of my products or just something that kind of relates to the content, of course. And that's one thing I didn't do. So that's something that I'm going to try to see if I have the energy to do tonight. If not, it's fine. I'll just get better as the blog is up. I can always go in and add photos later. I don't anticipate everyone getting this email tomorrow morning and immediately jumping onto my site to go look at it. If they do, that is awesome. But I'm not exactly expecting that, you know? For now, just to show you kind of what we're working with over here on the blog, this is the post. I'm very proud of it. I love it. It's really nice to see my voice coming back through writing. From there, I used to use Klaviyo for all of my email marketing. And when I say all of, I mean the 6 emails I've sent total since launching Renascential. That's still 6 emails. But I decided to switch over to Flowdesk mainly because I find the interface way easier to use. I like building emails in here better. The analytics and just the amount of things you can do, I think, is actually better in Klaviyo, but with the amount of time that I have right now, I just don't really have the energy or the time to build them in that platform. And at the time that I got into Flowdesk, it was right before they switched their pricing. If you did the monthly versus annual price, something like that was the lowest it was ever going to be again. So I figured, hey, this is a sign. I'm going to go ahead and sign up. So far I am loving it. It gives me just enough, especially for someone who's, not sending out a ton of emails. I'm just getting back into the habit of doing so. I love Flowdesk. Their templates are beautiful. Building them from scratch is so easy. It integrates with Canva, so I can build a graphic in Canva and immediately have it just feed into my Flowdesk template. All of that, check. That's what I need in my life right now. From there, the first thing that I did was build out a few welcome emails. I wanted to have a good amount of emails that just kind of get you introduced to Renascential when you first sign up for my email list. And that's one thing I never had when I was still over at Klaviyo. So now I have a 3 email kind of intro series that goes out where I give a discount code, I teach more about our best sellers, and then I promote the scent quiz that I have on my site. Right here, I actually have a whole quiz that you can take, and depending on your answers, it recommends different fragrances that kind of fit your mood, your vibe. So that 3rd email is all about promoting that quiz. And all of this, of course, is to introduce people to Renascential, but then also hopefully promote a sale when by the 3rd email, you've learned about what everyone else likes. You've learned that you have a discount code, and now you're going to learn your own favorite scents. So that's kind of the flow that I'm going for the intro. I sent out an email most recently on the 28th with all of my March events. And now tomorrow, we'll be sending out this email that I finally had the chance to draft today. So this email is all about recommending different scents for spring, because the blog post then goes into way more detail about the type of scents that work best during this time of year, how to transition out of the fall winter scents, why we do so, yada yada. This email kind of ties in nicely with that, but in a much more condensed, concise way, and just get straight into product promotion. So here is the top, and then we get down into the scents. Here are where my images are going to drop in. And then at the very bottom, of course, I just have links to all my social media, especially Instagram, because I'm really trying to grow that this year. It's becoming a thing that's really big for markets. So I mentioned this inside my Market 101 video. Market organizers want to see that you're active on social. It is a huge deal. No matter how many markets you've done, I've done a lot. I'm still seeing myself get denied to certain events because of my inactivity on Instagram. So this is something that I'm definitely going to focus more on this year. So yeah, come find me at Renascential. But that is where the email stands for now. Like I was saying before about Flowdesk and how it just seamlessly links with Canva, and this is what I love. So if I click on this image, I can upload directly from my computer, but you can also do it from Canva, which is so cool. So I'm thinking I'm going to use that feature. It has you come over here. You can either use something you've already designed or create a new one. I'm going to do that. It automatically made it 1,000 by 1,000, which I think is perfectly fine. I just need to figure out what I want to design here and then drop those images in. Last thing I'll need to do is just write a subject line, the preview text that you see in your email inbox, set the audience that I want it to send to, and then schedule it to go live. So it feels really good to have so much of this done. I'm just gonna fly through this while I wait for those to cool down so that I don't sit here and get sleepy. And this is where we are leaving things tonight. I got the email scheduled, so that is ready to go. The only thing I haven't done yet is add images to the blog post. I'm gonna do that tomorrow. I hit my wall like hours ago. I remember telling you guys when I hit my wall. I'm about to go to bed. I'm about to wind down and read my book until I doze off. These are still kind of warm. I'm just going to give it a bit more time. I'm gonna put the caps on them so that they're covered, but I'm not gonna screw them down. I'm just gonna let them cool naturally. Last thing I want is condensation building up in the bottle and ruining the texture of the formula. That's pretty much it for tonight. I'm not sure what I'm doing tomorrow. It was supposed to be a scrub day. It might be a perfume oil day. Because that might be all I have in me, but we will assess in the morning. We'll see how morning Victoria feels about the agenda. But today was checks all across. I got everything I said I wanted to get done, and that feels good. See you guys tomorrow. I've been sitting here all day. I was going to make perfume oils today. I've genuinely been sitting right here, doing a lot, mind you. I got my email sent out, all good to go. I did spot a typo right as it went out, so that's infuriating, but it was a small one and most people won't care as much as I currently do right now. So just gonna let it go. Here's a fun game for somebody. If you are on my email list and you can spot the typo in the email, put it in the comments. Let me know if you caught what I caught and we can laugh about it together. Before getting the email out, actually, the first thing that I did when I got in here was work on my blog post. I wanted to add a lot of photos to it so it wasn't just a block of text, and it's way more fun to look at now. I'm actually very proud of how it came out. One more time, quick little plug for the blog. I'm very happy with how that went out, and it's great because now the email that just went out had a link direct into the blog, and it's leading somewhere that I'm extra proud of now. Check on the email, check on the blog. After that, I posted on Instagram. Who is she? I don't know. I haven't posted since last year sometime. Let's see. That's crazy. Is that accurate? Wow. Well, apparently the last time I posted on my Instagram was in August, early August at that, last year. Feels good to get a post up. So I did create a graphic to promote all of my upcoming March events, especially because the first one is this weekend and it's Wednesday. So I wanted to go ahead and give my people a heads up that I'll be doing markets again as of this week. So I got a graphic created and I did a story version of that as well. So both of those are posted and already getting views and likes, and that feels so good. So I fell on top of it. In the midst of all that, I got a fun package that I think I already told you guys was coming, so it's not really a surprise. And you know, I already launched it, so it's just really not that big of a surprise, but it always makes me happy to receive. Let's open the package together and then we'll see what I have energy to do today. I'm not doing anything today. Special delivery. I have been out of stock of a good amount of these for a minute now, like the best selling colors. I'm so happy to have them back. We got net sponges, you guys. Like, what? This is so beautiful. This one's mine. How about that? It literally never gets old. I love it. I'm going to count up my inventory of these and then I'll show you guys all of the colors that I currently have in stock. All right, I just got done counting everything up. As you can see, I already have 7 colors here already in stock. There's the yellow, orange, this really pretty Merlot, and that's a part of the new batch I just got. I'll show you. Leaf green, peach, this pretty light pink. I honestly should have gotten more of those. Turquoise just came. Light brown just came because surprisingly, these do really well. I have more than I thought I did, but these do well, so I'm glad I got more. And then over on this other table is where I have all the others for now. These are 3 that I already have in stock over there. I just don't have them bagged. So you can see a little bit better. This is the peach, this is the leaf green, yellow, and then here are the new ones that just came. So I have a ton of each of them. This is emerald green, which is gorgeous. Green is my favorite color in pretty much all shades, but this is something special. This is the light brown, and to be honest, this is actually the light brown that I ordered the first time. So you see, this is a bit different. It's almost like this new one is a perfect middle between the light brown that I ordered and the peach. It's like right there in the middle. Because both of those colors do well, the light brown and the peach, this is a perfect middle where if I sell out of one of these, I'm pretty sure customers will be happy with this one. Kind of different, and I'll make sure to really specify which color I want next time. Nice little hybrid. This is the one I was expecting, and I'm not really mad at this color either. Next up is this like gorgeous deep red color. Oh, this is so pretty. It's so pretty. It's even better in person, I'm seeing, but yeah, this is gorgeous. Of course, I named it after wine because it has this deep red color. This was a very, very top seller last year, so I'm glad that I have so much more of it. Almost immediately when I ordered it, I sold out at the first market I had it at. So next is this gorgeous like ultraviolet. It is so pretty. Again, even better in person. I wish I could figure out my camera settings so you guys can see what this really looks like, but wow, this is the one that I just pulled for myself. I need to always have one of these. And last but not least, the turquoise, which is for sure a crowd favorite. With all of these, I have 168 net sponges in stock. Very, very good place to be. The one thing I haven't figured out yet is how I want to take these to markets. I have them right now in like this massive Petco bag that my sister gave me, but that's not exactly like, it's great because I can put them all in there. It's definitely big enough. Some colors are stacked on top of other colors, and it makes it hard to kind of find the one I'm looking for when I need to fulfill at markets and for orders here in the studio. That's one thing I got to figure out, is how I want to put them in here when I have just a ton of them that I'm not bringing to markets yet, and how I'm going to get them to markets and help myself when it's time to actually give them out to customers. I mean, I don't know what else it would be besides some kind of big box, which I do want to update the boxes that I use for my products out at markets. I can tell over the 4.5 years that I've been lugging them back and forth, they need a break. Handles are breaking. There's a crack down one of them. I need to upgrade my storage boxes, but I need to figure out how to get all of these there in a way that just makes my life easier. For now though, I think I'm good for the day. I've posted on social media, I posted on my blog, I sent out an email. I've done all steps of like the online marketing goals that I have for myself this year. So I'm feeling really good about that. I got my net sponges and I've already counted up all this inventory and got that added to my site. I even responded to some DMs today, people who've been waiting for products to let them know that the body washes are officially back in stock. So I know for sure I'm going to have at least one order to pack up and get out tomorrow. I think today, this is where I'm going to leave it. Tomorrow will be for body scrubs and perfume oils. Like I said, I'm good on the bath salts for now until I get more jars. Can't do it anyway. And I think that'll be it for market prep. Oh my gosh, first market of the year. I'm very excited. And apparently the weather is going to be gorgeous this weekend. Good things coming, very good things coming. That's it for me today. I've done a good job. I'm gonna go get a treat. Good morning, friends. It is finally a scrub day. I'm gonna get these made so I can add them to the inventory that I was able to pull together the other day, and then label those, the body washes. I might even make some, well, I'll definitely make some perfume oils later too. Just like I predicted, sending out that email yesterday worked wonders because I already have some orders to package up and get sent out, and they just came in last night, but I'm gonna be on my Amazon grind over here and get them mailed out today. So we have another busy day, but not as busy as yesterday or Tuesday. I'm making all 6 of the body scrub scents, but I'm doing them in like the big core batches that I like to do. So this will have 2 scents, this will have 2, this will have 2, and then we'll separate them by scent, or for each scent, into 3 more of these later. This will just make it easier for me to utilize the cooktop space that I actually have available. As you can see, I'm making a lot. This will be the exact amount made in all 3 of these. It's a good amount, but again, this is for 2 cents. So they'll get split and it'll be half of this once I'm done. But yeah, it's time to scale up my manufacturing. I think it's about time. And that makes 3 on the heat. Okay, these are good to go. Of course, I just need to bottle them, label them. I made enough to also make discovery kits as well. Just gonna get them out of my way here and then get the scrubs in. I wanna get those done before I move on to the next thing that I wanna do because I have an update for you guys. So I told you guys that I had an update. So here's the update. I don't know if it was sending out that email yesterday or posting on Instagram or both or just good vibes in the world. I don't know. Between yesterday, sending out that email, and today right now, I've gotten 4 new orders. So in my head, I'm saying it's because of all the hard work that I did in here yesterday. I didn't get a chance to make any products and I was a little annoyed by that. I'm cool with this being the result. So let's pack up these orders because I want to go ahead and get them out. Like I said earlier, I'm on my like Amazon Prime grind. So we're doing quick shipping over here as often as I possibly can. What's really crazy to me about this, and I mean crazy in the best way, is that I don't have any out of stock notifications or anything currently put on my site. I am working on it because I'm definitely seeing how well that could work. I haven't even put the labels on these bottles yet. Like I just updated the inventory on my site so I wouldn't forget to do it later on before the market. I hadn't even announced that these were back in stock. I hadn't done anything to just make it known that like these could be shopped again. And they've been out of stock for a while, like since the holidays. So the fact that people immediately saw that they were back and went ahead and placed orders is the coolest thing. That is mind-blowing to me. Literally out of 4 out of 4 of these orders are body wash orders. I actually do something called the Cleanse Duo, and in that little, build your own kit, you can pick out any African Net Sponge color with 1 body wash scent. You end up saving some money getting them as a duo. So one of these orders that I got is actually 2 Cleanse Duos and then also an 8-ounce body cream. Shout out to Taylor. Some of them are just for body washes. Someone got one of the white teas. Somebody got 3 different body washes in one order. It's just so cool to me. It's so cool. Like, I don't know why, after all the hard work I did on this formula, why I didn't plan for this. I think it's truly just showing the growth of small business and like the mindset that has to grow with it, because I didn't see this coming. Every time people write me to tell me how much they love them, it kind of blows my mind. Not kinda, it genuinely does. Before, I was actually just about to start packaging these orders up and realized, oh, you don't have labels on any of the body washes yet. So I went ahead and just pulled the ones that I need to do these orders, and then the rest are still sitting over there. And when I say rest, I mean 15 bottles. I really don't have that much left and the market is still 2 days away. It's a good problem to have. I'm not mad at it at all, to be honest with you. I do hope that I still have at least 1 scent of each left by Sunday for the market, but at this rate, I don't know. It'll be fine. Either way, they're selling and I'm extremely happy about it. I already ordered more bulk amounts of ingredients to make more body washes. So even if I do end up running pretty low this week, I know for sure that next week I'm going to spend some time making probably multiple batches. I also have a ton more bottles coming, but again, I need to just buy it in bigger bulk. I need to just bite the bullet. It's scary to buy bulk right out the gate because it's expensive to get a whole bunch of stuff. After looking at my expenses, it's tax season, so I was doing a lot of expense gathering. I'm realizing how much money I would save over the course of the whole year if I just did it up front and just get stuff in bulk. Just get it in bulk. It would also make my life easier when it's time to restock. Like, the only downside is that up front, that's a hefty charge. I'd be able to restock way more frequently. I wouldn't have to wait for things to come in and then be out of stock and then potentially lose sales because people don't want to wait. I would end up saving money toward the end of the year, and I would probably just be a happier version of myself. I've been working myself up to this all week. All week I've been having like an internal discussion with myself about this. I'm ready to get serious. That being said, I have 60 more bottles on the way so that I can make a good amount of these. That'll give me 10 bottles of each scent. And then I definitely have enough ingredients coming for that as well. So I will be good all through this month with my body wash stock amounts. But going forward, especially as we get even more into the summer and, you know, the spring and summer, everyone's just going to be happy to be outside again. I know I'm not the only one who has been very cold this winter. So I'm anticipating this to be a pretty good market season, and I want to have these available. These and the African nut sponges. They did so well last year, and I'm not going to be caught slipping ever again. I'm still not over these labels either. The colors, the design, ugh. All right, these are good to go. Let's actually start fulfilling them now. I was actually just thinking, with the body washes and the nut sponges, those can kind of like, you know, bend, so it's not as bad. But I feel like I need to get some bigger boxes for the body wash shipments, especially when multiple of them are ordered. I'm not completely sure if this is going to fit my biggest box. Like the Cleanse Duo order, there's 2 body washes, 2 African nut sponges, and an 8-ounce body cream. That's gonna be a tight fit, but we'll see if we can make it work. This is the wrong stamp size for this box. So we'll just put it on a small one. I should probably move the perfumes. I almost just knocked one over with the box, so let me do that. Alrighty. I know the first order is just 1 white tea and bergamot body wash, so that can go in this small box. Again, another thing that I hadn't had a chance to do yet is bag up and put labels on the bags for all of the African nut sponges. These are literally my 2 favorite colors, the emerald and the violet. This is such a good pairing. Perfect. So for this order, we've got an 8-ounce pink sugar cream, violet and emerald African nut sponges, and then I believe it is pink sugar, black amber, and lavender body washes. Let's see if I can get all of this into my biggest box. Oh, easy. Perfect size box. This is the one I was the most worried about. I think all the rest should be pretty easy. Even though these bottles aren't glass, like almost everything else, I do still wrap them in the paper so that they aren't, you know, just jolting around in there. There's still some protection just in case. That is a perfect fit. I've actually never run into a problem where, you know, unless wholesale orders, I have a different size box for those, but all of my normal orders have all pretty much fit into the boxes that I measured and picked out back in 2021. And I'm very proud of that. Okay, now that I've confirmed that all of these orders will fit inside this box, I can go ahead and print out all my shipping labels. So this one here was the white tea and bergamot body wash. One fits perfectly inside my smallest box, so we're good there. This next one is a white tea and bergamot wash, dark pomegranate wash, 2 oils. We got a big jasmine and a small calendula and safflower, and then a white tea and bergamot perfume oil. This one is another tight squeeze. I do think maybe I'll get like one more box size just for like really large orders. I'd rather there be empty space that I can fill with peanuts than it being like pushed up against the walls of the box. I've had really good, do I want to say this out loud? I've had really good luck with shipping packages. I haven't had any break. So let's just make sure I can keep that up. All right, you know what? I just checked on the body scrubs and they still need a little bit of time to cool down before I can finish them anyway. So I'm gonna go ahead and run these to the post office or UPS so that they can go out same day. I love that for my customers. The perfume oils are done and I just need to bottle those. So those are also good to sit until I get back. So yeah, quick little trip to go drop off the goodies. I am once again hoping that this container is big enough to hold the amount of sugar I need to put in here. It's doubtful. We will see. I genuinely have nothing else to put it in, so what is my backup plan? I don't know yet. We will see. Who needs a gym membership when you can just mix body scrubs, you know? That is it, you guys. These are done. I'm fighting it. I think I'm going to jar and bottle everything else up later. These still need to cool down. So, you know, what can you do? I wouldn't jar them now anyway. So I'm gonna let them sit, gonna let them do their thing. The perfumes, yeah, I'm gonna do it tomorrow. I'm just gonna do it tomorrow. I have the time, so I'm just gonna go take care of myself a little bit, you know? I'm gonna actually relax and do some admin. Like, I'll still be working, not on my feet. I will see you guys in the morning. Just know that basically all you'll miss is these cooling down and me putting a cap on them for the night. The perfumes, I'm also just gonna cover them, keep them safe for the night. And then first thing in the morning, we'll start there. We'll bottle all of those. We'll jar all of these, and then we'll label the scrubs I got ready the other day, the body wash, these scrubs, and the perfumes. All of that will get done tomorrow. I think we're also going to stamp bags tomorrow because I have time to get it done ahead of the market. So we'll do all of that, but that's it for me tonight. See you tomorrow. Good morning, my friends. Happy Friday. We are down to my last prep day. I have my market on Sunday, so all I need to do today really is just jar these, bottle the perfume oils, label those, and then just update my final numbers for my inventory, and then we're good to go. I also have one more order that I just got last night, so I'm gonna ship that out today. We're in a good place. I wanna stamp some bags, charge my card reader. I wanna do all the things today. That way tomorrow, Saturday, I can have like a normal weekend, because now that market season is starting, I won't have many of those. So tomorrow I'm really planning on doing nothing at all. That would make me happy. All right, with that, I have all of the scrubs done, and I'm still obsessed with these colors. You guys ready for another round of labeling? It actually took me a lot longer than I thought it would, but I'm about to show you something that has made me so happy. Give me a second. I genuinely haven't seen my product shelves look like this probably since I launched. And I promise I'm not being dramatic. Like, new background unlocked. I love this. To be honest, and this isn't to diminish all the work I've done to get it to this point, but you know, I gotta think forward. I wanna get it to the point where I can basically double this amount. I wanna have this remain on the shelves while also having about this same amount go with me to markets. That way I can fulfill from 2 different buckets, you know, instead of every week having to pack it up, because once markets start, I know myself. I'm not going to unpack those boxes every single week when I have sometimes 2 markets back to back, or every single weekend is booked. I'm not going to get home and immediately unpack all the product and put it back on the shelf. Even though this makes me so happy to look at, that's not sustainable for me. So like I've said a few times now, my goal is to officially start buying in bulk again when it comes to my ingredients. That way I can make bigger batches. I don't have to restock every single week because I'll be making bigger batches. And then I can get to this point where I have 2 different inventory buckets, one going to markets, one staying here, and it's a happy world. For this market that I have on Sunday, so it's Friday, I have a market on Sunday. I didn't want to have to do too much tomorrow. I just wanted to have one day this weekend, like right before market season starts. I wanted to have my last free, well, it's not my last free Saturday, but it's the last one before I'm in market mindset. I do have a few more things I need to get done. I need to pack up all of my discovery kit boxes. I don't have any of those ready to go, but I do have product for them now. So the perfume oils, body oils, scrubs, and creams, I have all of those in the 2-ounce size, and of course the 1 milliliter size for the perfume oils. Have all of them ready to go. I just need to get them in their boxes and officially add those to my inventory. I got a few more orders, so I need to make sure I set aside the products that those people ordered so that I don't accidentally bring them to the market and then sell them again. So that is something I'll do in the morning as well. And then the usual admin things. I need to charge my card reader, charge my iPad. I probably need to wash my table covers, just make sure those look good to go. All the little finishing touches to make sure that I'm just ready to really hit the ground running on Sunday. I'll get all that done tomorrow. I don't think it'll take me too long. It'll take me longer than I wanted it to take me at all, but it won't take me long. I could stare at it all day. That is a good feeling. But I've been in here all day long, literally all day long. So I'm about to pack it up for the night, head back inside, and just enjoy the rest of the night. I do have this market on Sunday though. So next week's video will be the first market vlog of the year. So if you want to see that, make sure you stick around. And if you enjoyed this video, as always, make sure you like, comment, share with your friends, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye.